Stronger for FightHype.com. I'm here with Jamel. How's it going?
Hey, it feels good, man. I feel good. I'm good. Yeah. Hey, I couldn't miss this one. Right now, I'm commentating for Top Rank in Sky Sports, but I definitely had to be here for this one just to be a fan. It's a great fight. It's a great build-up.
What do you think about the wins?
Oh, man, the atmosphere. It felt like a real fight. It felt like a real fight again. We've been going through the pandemic, so we haven't had that real show atmosphere. But I love the reception that both Oscar and Shakur had got just now during the weigh-in.
Now, obviously being in the ring with Shakur,
right?
The division, just a small prediction on just seeing how the fact that this fight may play out.
I mean, I'm going with the guy who stitched me up, But no, I think it's gonna be a great fight because Valdez, he hates being doubted, you know what I mean? And just like I said, same thing with the Berchelt situation. It feels like he's in a similar predicament, but I just feel like Shakur being the younger, fresher fighter, you know what I mean? And just basically going off just last performances, of course. I mean, Shakur did phenomenal against me. Valdez had a rough outing with boxer and Conseil, so you gotta look at things like that. And I just feel like Shakur's boxing aspect was really going to determine the outcome of the fight. You know what I mean? I know Oscar has a lot of heart, great champion in his own right. I just feel like Shakur, right now, he's just a special talent.
Now I know you do commentary, here and there, but you're also coming back in Vegas.
Here.
And just want to discuss how everything's going with the new trainer.
Oh, I'm good. I just seen my old team. I just seen spoke to Bud. Shout out to my man Terrence Carter, to my brother Red Spikes, Esau Diegas. Me and Bomac, we hugged it out in the back. So there's no ill, any animosity. Like I say, it's just business. And but Manny Robles is a great trainer in his own right, and I've been having a great time in LA. Getting a lot of good sparring work. Fernando Vargas brought down his sons. I sparred 2 of his sons recently. Yeah, exactly. They got fights coming up. And there's a lot of other talent out there in LA, so I'm getting all the work that I need. So I'm just motivated and eager to get back. You know me, I'm always gonna stay in shape. What's up, Steve?
Of course, you're never out of shape.
No.
I think just that Marine life.
Right.
And then overall, just talking about your opponent as well.
Right.
You know about him.
I just know, most I know, he had a very entertaining matchup with my guy Joseph Adorno. Shout out to my man Joseph. But that's pretty much really it. He's a young fighter, but there's levels for a reason. And I take it from him, but I feel like I still have a lot in me left, something to prove, especially coming off the Shakur Stevenson fight.
Absolutely. And then just wanted to get your thoughts as well. I know you never picked between Crawford and Spence. Just wanted to get your thoughts on Spence's performance.
No, hey, shout out to my man Errol, man, my bro. He actually hit me up when I was going through a rough patch recently. So shout out to my man Errol Spence. That I feel like that's definitely not because I love them both, but that's like. After he made differences in his training regimen in terms of bringing the nutrition in, the strength coach, and how he looked, his last fight and the way he broke my guy Ugas down, that's definitely a 50-50 fight. It's a pick'em fight. It's definitely a pick'em fight, and it's basically all about, in my honest opinion to this day, who comes with their A game, and because you can't make mistakes with either one of those guys. Like Errol is a dog, Bud is real cerebral, so it's a good fight, but. I just hope it happens. At this point, it needs to happen. It's like I said, we got Valdez, Stevenson. Now we need Spence, Crawford is next.
Okay, we got a few more coming up, man. We have Cambosas and Devin Haney, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
How do you think it's gonna play out?
Much respect to Devin Haney for even taking the risk, even going over there in foreign territory. Not once, but if he wins, he has to go back over there again. So, but and he made it known, like, listen, if you want these big fights, it's not hard to be made. If you just, if you do the proper steps, you can get these big fights to happen in boxing. But I think Devin has a real great chance of a great chance of winning. Cambosa, though, you can't count him out. He's always stepped up to the, to the plate when he needed to, and he's always put on stellar performances himself. So I think it's a real interesting fight.
How about my man Charlo versus Castano?
My man Castano, we're actually working in the same gym right now out in LA. Shout out to my man Brian. Shout out to my man Jamel Charlo, who's still a good friend, who is a good friend of mine. I think that's another one, man. The first fight was very interesting, and it was very entertaining. They're both really hungry champions in their own rights. I feel like Jamel, of course, he always, you know, he always feels like he has something to prove, so he always has that chip on his shoulder. But you know, Brian, you know, what I'm saying, he's a workhorse. I've seen it firsthand now. He's a workhorse in the gym. But you know, like even with that fight, it's another pick'em fight for me. But I just